the first day of the year, you sit home, prepare some
and
banku.
just
Me, I like
oh,
banku.
You like banku?
I like banku. My favorite food is banku.
Banku and what?
I stopped eating fufu in 2001.
Why?
Because I just
didn't like it.
I just didn't.
Okay.
You know, I grew up from a village that every single day.
You were eating fufu?
Yes.
Hey.
But that was not why I stopped.
Okay. Why did you stop?
I stopped eating food when I even came to Accra. I came
for
to
health
Accra
reasons?
in 2001. It got to a point, well, staying with people, a lot of things happen along the way. So, Charlie,
someone was mafia into it.
Charlie, mafia promo, and that's it. And ever since I've not tried it. And
wow.
It's been so I don't know how it will feel. I don't mind going back though, but I'm just looking at how it will feel going back.
Oh, but you remember how it tasted then?
Oh, that one, yeah.
So you can always go back. Come back.
So I have made banku my favorite now. Yeah, so
banku and what?
Banku,
pepper or banku
pepper. Banku eat with anything for me.
I see.
Yes. So I can eat banku
now that you
Monday
have told
to Monday.
You have told Delilah. Your Delilah is listening. She knows that banku is your weak point.
Don't try it.
You have put it out there.
Don't try it. You can bring the banku. Every Delilah is Delilah. I don't know.
You will be there and be doing Guy Chochu.
So I thought I would get some banku. Hot banku will be at my corner.
Oh, don't worry. I mean, what time is the case going to be held?
10 a.m. 10 a.m.
But that's okay. But 10 a.m., hopefully by 12 they are done. Then you can dash home. Banku fresh.
The issue about covering the court case is not even the problem.
What is it?
But when you finish the covering,
and then
you are not coming to sit down to prepare. That's
right online.
I tell you,
do radio, TV online, Charlie.
Yeah, yesterday
the job is so easy.
At 12 noon, I finished TV around 11:30. After 11:30,
yeah.
Then radio came to me at 12.
Okay.
Immediately I was on Starr. Then another call waiting. Call waiting. Go like about 20 missed calls. I was like, oh wow.
Oh.
How die you, Kasapa? So I was just telling the producer, just go and put your ears on Starr and just listen to that. Probably you hear that.
Check.
Charlie, it's nice.
Yeah.
Yes, 2025. I'm just beginning 2025 with all action.
All action. You're going to court.
NDC and MPP on my end.
You don't want us to have a holiday.
Oh,
gosh.
Oh, the whole of these holidays I've done. I've had a rest. Working. But of course, part of the reason I want to serve Mother Ghana. Absolutely, want to serve Mother Ghana. People are in bed. People are sitting in the comfort of their home and they are listening to us. First of all, wish you a happy New Year to all the listeners, all our fan base, court today, lovers, the lawyers, the court staff, the judges, everybody within the legal sector, face of the Attorney General, Judicial Service Staff Association of Ghana, JUSAC, all of them, they've been very instrumental. In fact, they are partners, right? Is it partners or stakeholders?
Yeah, they're stakeholders
in the justice delivery system and all that. So everybody, I wish you a very, very happy New Year. We are happy to be in 2025. And I'm happy to be engaging you in 2025. And the very first thing I'm saying to you on radio is to give serving you what you enjoy most. That
Absolutely.
Is on the court.
Simple, fair.
Absolutely.
So today is the day.
Today is the day.
Yesterday, we were hoping that it would be completed yesterday. Then
yes, so we never had the idea that the issue of the objection was going to even come in at all. But that is the beauty of the law. The parties went to court. Immediately the matter was called. Edudi Tamaklo, who is counsel for the and in fact he was being led by Marietta Brew Apia upon the former Attorney General Dr. Abdul Basit Bamba and then Osafo Boabeng. So they led him, and apart from him they have some other junior lawyers, Randolph Chumesi, Gideon Abuchi, and what have you. But he was the one making the submission. Then when you go to the MPP side, Gary Nimakon, Dr. Kweku, Budu, and then some other lawyers also. Almost about 10 of them came and then joined them in relation to all of that. Then the EC, the Electoral Commission, had Justin Amenuvo, who came with his able assistant. I'm saying assistant because he's the other junior lawyer, Hope Agbuado. And immediately when the matter was called, it was the issue of the Tettey South that was called first. But the EC made the court aware that they are opposing to his affidavit in opposition that he filed. They have some responses that they have, but EC said that they have filed. They will need some few minutes to be able to, about 20 minutes to be able to get their processes for. So they pray that that case, that one be stand down, which the court agreed. Then Tema Central was called, Ibi Bright, and then the other, Charles Forson, they came into the picture. So immediately, Edigi Tamaklo was on his feet and said, look, first thing first, we have a preliminary legal objection challenging the application for mandamus. And his grounds, he made references to the PNDC law, the sections that talk about elections, how elections, challenges ought to be raised in relation to that. And the concluding part of the summary of his argument was to the effect that, look, they are of the view that the elections in those 4 constituencies, vis-a-vis Tettey South, Tema Central, Okankwe Central, and Ablekuma North, have been declared. And the winners are their candidates. So if the applicants, that is the MPP side, are mindful, they need to go and file an election petition. So what they have done is a petition in disguise.
Okay.
Using
that was the argument
from
the lawyer for the NDC.
And so in their view, it is defective and incompetent. And so the court's jurisdiction has not been ousted, for which reason that application should be entertained. So their prayer was for the court to send them back and not hear the mandamus application. Gary Nimaku also stood on his ground and said, look, what are they saying? This particular point about application is election petition in this guy is misconceived.
Yep.
There is no resource as we speak that has been declared. So if you say we should go and file election petition, what are we going to challenge? What results are we going to challenge? So in effect, proper forum or the proper application to be brought is that we are here with the mandamus. The mandamus is that the EC is the body mandated by law to organize election, collate results, and declare results. That one is clear.
Yep.
So all that we are urging the court is that ask them to go and perform their duty. Simple. Simplicity.
Yeah, that's what the mandamus does, to compel you to perform your duty.
Compel you to perform your constitutional duty.
Yeah.
Lawyers of the EC came in. Justin Amenuvo said, look, it is very interesting. The party that is raising the objection says that there has been a result that has been declared. If the court doesn't go into the merit of the mandamus application or listen to the submission from the party, how would the court know that there has been an validly elected declared results? So as we speak, the court ought to hear the mandamus application. So in effect, they are also replying to say that the objection has no foundation and same should be dismissed. Then the court said, what is tomorrow's date? Clearly, the signal to adjourn the case, it's upon us. So immediately, the court said that the CJ has given a warrant that on holidays and also on weekends, the court can sit and deal with issues related to the election dispute and all that. So the matter was fixed for today. So 2 things. One of them is certainly will happen. If the objection is upheld, then it means we will not have any mandamus to deal with. Okay. The case is dead. So the 4 NDC candidates whom were declared winners will remain.
Candidates?
NDC candidates.
Okay.
Yes,
the initial declaration
will remain.
Those will stand.
Absolutely. But if the court overrules the objection, then the next step
will stand.
No, the next step is to hear the mandamus.
Okay.
Then at the end, the court will make a determination. But we've been speaking to. Ivy had something to tell us.
No. I want to ask you. So, for instance, after the court's decision, the EC went ahead to recollate and redeclare.
Yes.
from the argument you heard from both parties in court, does that have any bearing on, for instance, what might come out of the court today? So, for instance, if the court says the EC, if the court upholds the mandamus application, right, does that mean that the EC will have to redo whatever it's done already, or administration? The EC can say that, well, originally we have to do, we did it, and that's the result, so we can't do it again. Is that up for debate?
So what is clear now is that the Supreme Court has quashed
that
order. So as we speak, it's as though there's no order for the EC to go and
do anything
or recollate and declare. So that one has been declared now.
Null and void.
So it doesn't exist anymore.
Okay.
So if the court, assuming the objection is upheld, like then it means there's nothing more.
Okay.
Whatever has been declared initially that we know, that's what it is. So
okay.
Whoever disagrees should go to court with an election petition. And challenge the results.
Okay. Okay.
But if the court is of the view that there's no basis for the objection, now let me hear you on the mandamus application.
Okay.
And that is where the parties will be heard.
Okay.
In the first place, the NDC were not given a hearing. That's why the Supreme Court said no. You have to give the interested party a hearing. So if you cross the objection, and the objection has no merit, then it means we'll now go and hear the mandamus. And what is clear is that the NDC side have attached videos of the declarations made to their mandamus application. Even though they are raising objection, they have already fortified in that aspect of mandamus. Should in case our objection doesn't succeed, then when we are going to the mandamus proper, these are the things that will bring to the attention of the court. And now the court will then make a determination. So if the court finds that no, those declarations made earlier were valid, it stays. Then the mandamus will be dismissed. But if the court thinks that they were done under illegal circumstances, then the court will not recognize that. It will compel the EC to go and perform its duty. And what the EC will do is that we have done it already, so let's just go and bring the whole process, translate into a different form.
And then we take it from there. Okay. One, of course, these are 4 seats in contention, right? One of them is Tettey South. Yes. There was never a declaration in Tettey South.
So that one, it has not been also made clear what the whole situation is. But the NDC holds the view that their candidate has won that one. So, it will be very interesting to hear. And interestingly, all the parties, all the candidates will have their individual applications moved. So the peculiar situation with Tettey South will come to the fore, and then all of them, the court will deal with them as it is. But what is clear today, the focus or the attention, or for the hope of the NDC candidate, is that the court will agree that the mandamus is not a proper application. And once that is done, I mean, the court will not even enter at all to look at it. But the NPP side will also be hoping that the court will overrule the objection so that they move their mandamus application.
Finally, is the EC party to this application? So
the application was filed. The mandamus application was filed. Even with the EC is the respondent.
Exactly.
But the NDC is just is the interested party because their candidates are affected.
Great. So what is EC's argument? What was EC's argument yesterday? Are they in support of the application or not?
So EC has because they have not been moved and all that. But what is clear is that now the first one that was heard, the EC says that they do not oppose. So from the word go, the EC's position is that we have not declared any results. Those ones that have been declared were done illegally.
I get that.
So that is the same position that they hold if the court is to move to the step of hearing the mandamus application. So we'll see the EC and the NPP side make a similar contribution or argument to the court.
Now, before we play your sound, so linking it to Dom Kwabena. Dom Kwabena was supposed to be part of this whole brouhaha.
But it wasn't in the list.
Because the declaration was not done. Because the EC had to suspend not just Dom Kwabena, but Ablekuma North as well, right? If Dom Kwabena had been part of this litigation, the EC would have rendered that moot yesterday with its
I'm not sure the EC would have even tried, because it would have been a subject matter of court, and you are jumping ahead of the court, and the EC would have been in an issue with the court.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So you engage Afenyo Market.
Yes, Alexander Afenyo Market has been
afterwards.
speaking. He said, look, the NDC people were on the street doing all manner of things. We have managed to bring them to the law courts. Let's hear him.
We have every patience for the law. A court process may be slow, but with surety you will get the results when you know you are on firm grounds. What it is about this, simply put, the Electoral Commission itself has stated with emphasis that there is no such thing as a declaration of results in Okaikwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Tema Central, as well as Dominica Abenya. So they have already administratively declared those results as illegal, and the Electoral Commission is doing it well. So this argument that they are declared results is neither here nor there. However, we have firm belief that in the end we will be victorious. There's no rush. We are following due process. You realize that initially they were on a path of violence. At least we've managed to bring them to the courtroom. We have managed to bring them to civility. We have managed to get them to abide by the rule of law. So that is our joy. This is MPP. We believe in the rule of law. We stand for the right thing being done. So we are not worried at all. Tomorrow, first, the court would determine the preliminary objection they raised regarding our application. Then we take the next step.
That is
Alexander Afenyo Market there.
Yes, yesterday he was in court to support his members and all that. So he has that reaction moment after. So all of them are hoping that today it will go their way. But of course, Barbara Asamoah, right? Barbara Asamoah. Yeah. Oh, you wanted to say something?
No, finish.
Barbara.
Barbara Asamoah. She's still the deputy.
She's the deputy general secretary of the NDC. She's a lawyer as well. She's a private
Esquire. So she also has a reaction.
Normally, it is the Electoral Commissioner herself, Madame Jane Mensah, in 2020, when we asked for recollection in the Tettey South case, she replied to us saying that once elections have been declared, the only option is for you to go to court on petition, to petition the court, for the court to go into the matter. And so why is it like now, a declaration has been, the declaration was not done by NDC. The declaration was done by the Electoral Commissioner itself, the one mandated to do the declaration. Who did it? And so why is it that now that a declaration has been done by the district election electoral officer, the same Electoral Commission is hiding behind MPP to go and seek for mandamus, to go and do recollection? My brother, have you ever heard of recollection in Ghana's election?
So now tomorrow the court is making a determination on your preliminary legal objection. What do you expect?
And we expect that the court will do the right thing, and that those who are aggrieved should go to court by a way of petition, not recollection. Recollection is a foreign language. There is nothing like that in our electoral law. And the Electoral Commissioner herself, Madame Jane Mensah, was the one who officially wrote to us and told us that there is nothing like that in the laws of Ghana, so long as elections are concerned. So today, she herself cannot turn around, go and hide behind MPP and seek for recollection. I know that the court will do the right thing.
As a party going into 2025, or the eve of 2025, you are in court. What does it mean to the future?
Have you forgotten 2008? The 1st of January in 2008, we were in court, so it's not a strange thing.
Yeah, so that was the Deputy General Secretary of the NDC, Barbara
Asamoah. Asamoah. Yesterday, you could see a lot of big faces in all of that. They were present.
The big wigs were there.
Yes. The NPP General Secretary, what's his name? Justin
Kodia.
Yesterday, come and see he and Edwin Tamaklu. Yesterday before the proceedings start.
They were exchanging pleasantries?
Absolutely. And that is one side of the coins that normally you not see out there. Yes, so we're having and privately they have very interesting conversation when they come into the public limelight, and then they come and they are doing all their political stuff and all that. So yesterday was an interesting one in court. A lot of lawyers also are monitoring, wanting to know what is happening in relation to the political party. And yesterday, very interesting. And when the MPP side, when we were done, we wanted to do the interview. Those who were watching will note that the MPP side started singing the party song. Then the NDC also counted. Yes. At one point in time, all of them were singing.
Interesting.
So it's about who has the loudest voice.
Yes, and morale. They were boosting each other's morale.
And I hope to see a lot of the scenes today also.
Yeah,
so Afenyo Markins was there. But in relation to Afenyo Markins, how is he having it in Parliament now?
Okay, so there's a groundswell support, or call it crusade, for his retention as leader of the MPP caucus. So, interestingly, this was started by Ahmed Ibrahim, the deputy minority chief whip and MP for Banda, who said that Afenyo is a born opposition leader. And even though, according to him, he performed abysmally as majority leader, the best portfolio for him next will be minority leader. Because with this micro minority that the NPP will have in the 9th parliament, he could best put the NDC on his toes. I'm quoting him.
Radical type of leader.
Yes, the Choboi kind of from opposition. Yes. And so immediately after Ibrahim Mohammed was done, no meaner person than Joseph Osewusu, first deputy speaker, then before Bekwai, then marshaled the courage and then marshaled all the microphones in Parliament and publicly declared that nothing should change.
Why does it feel like they're twisting the party's hand?
Yeah, it happens in politics, and I think that's exactly what they are doing. Okay. Yeah, they are making things difficult. In fact, they've just increased the headache of the members of the council,
and it
the National Council. Yeah,
because they are acting this way, it means that they have picked intel that he's likely to be changed. Yes. That is why there's this advocacy for it.
Okay, so the convention has always been that.
Okay.
You will be changed, and like I mentioned earlier, whenever MPP is in opposition, it gives the front bench, leadership of the front bench rule to the Ashanti region. So for the longest time, it had been Osei Mensa Bonsu, whenever the party was in opposition. At a point assisted by Sarah Adjua-Safo from Greater Accra, at a point assisted by Dominic Mitiu from the northern part of the country, and many others. At a point assisted by even Alexander Kwame Afenyo Markin from the central region. Now, the Ashanti region is weakened. The Ashanti region caucus of the NPP is very weak. In fact, there's just one name that comes up, and that's Kwame Nimedu Entry. That's the member of parliament for Asante Central. He's a lawyer, he's an experienced hand, but the question many people are asking is about the resourcefulness, as whether he's resourceful. Because you need that to lead.
Does he have resources?
Resources, social resources, social capital, connections, links, and then physical, material resources. Let me put it down. It's very important. Material resources.
Yes, boss.
In opposition, you know the arm of the party that funds the party is Parliament. MPP will have it much more difficult because, as it stands now, even if all the outstanding seats are given to the MPP, they can get 90. If you are taking dues from 90 people to fund a party in opposition, it's not the same as taking dues from, say, 115 people, right, to fund activities of the party. And that's what they all do, both NDC and MPP, whenever they are in opposition. When the month ends and MPs are going for their salaries, a source, there's a deduction to fund the party. Everybody understands that. Okay. Because you came on the vehicle of the party. So back to the point I was making. So aside Joseph Osewusu, Then there were the chairman of the parliamentary select committees, all the committees. The chairman came and said, Afenyo must be maintained, leadership of the front bench must not change. And then yesterday, it was the women caucus. Now, and people was asking me, oh no, it was not people.
The women caucus were also following suit.
Yes, they had said that. First of all, their preoccupation was with Patricia Piaget. She's a deputy majority leader now. She's a woman. She's actually a leader of the women caucus of parliament. And so the argument is that she must be retained as deputy minority leader in the 9th parliament. First of all, the NPP has lost about 10 women at the just ended election. So yes, so if they had 20, now they have 10. So that's about 50%. Sure. The NDC has managed to increase its women representation, especially what Eli Kulem being declared yesterday. That's one addition. And then there are a few other outstanding, Ebi Bright, and then also Rabina Obin as well. But of course, they have one from Ekwapim South, they have one from Sesrafran Plains, and many other places. The women said, first of all, Patricia Piaget, his experience, is coming in for the 5th term. But you see, if Patricia Piaget is maintained, it means that the Ashanti region card is satisfied. So then, Afenyo can then be maintained as a minority leader. But there are names that have come up. Kojo Nkrumah's name has come up strongly as a candidate to be minority leader. Yes, Kojo Nkrumah, the outgoing Minister for Works and Housing.
Yeah.
Good. And then Member of Parliament for Ofansia Yorubi. And then we also have Dominic Nitiwu, Member of Parliament for Bimbala, outgoing Defense Minister. He's been a deputy minority leader before. His name has equally come up. And I mentioned Kwame Nyimedu entry as well. Yes. So what the Ashanti caucus, with Joe Wise doing what he did, it's understandable why the women will say that Patricia Piaget should be maintained. Now you wonder when the NPP will be taking that decision. Now, tomorrow.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, they are deciding that tomorrow.
Yes, the National Council is meeting tomorrow.
Hey.
And they are going to vote.
Would it be by voting?
Yes, they will vote.
They will vote on the names that will come out.
Exactly. They will vote. And so by the end of tomorrow, you will know as whether the front bench is being maintained or they will be reshuffling. But the fact remains that
you have been in parliament, you have observed things. I know until somebody gets the nod, you don't know how much more the person can offer. But looking at the argument that have been made for where you stand and things that you have monitored in parliament, what would be your choice?
Well, if we are to go by convention, like I said, it's usually the region that has majority of the seats for the party. Usually.
That holds.
Yes. So, for instance, if Dr. Kesela Tuforsen is not up for any ministerial appointment, nobody will even think about changing him. He moved from 13 seats to well over 18 seats for the NDC in the central region. MPP can boast of 3 seats in the central region. That's where Alexander Kwame Afenyo is coming from. So that is a disadvantage for him. But like I said, the region with majority seat for the MPP is Ashanti region. So it should have been automatic that somebody from Ashanti region will be it. But then, Osechi Mensah is gone. Katie Hammond is gone. Who else? Many experienced hands. Joe Wise is not coming back.
You mentioned Chimens.
I mentioned Chimens and many other people. If you come to the Eastern region, Atachia is not coming back. This man, the MP, Dambuchi, Hassan Bisboot, and many other experienced hands. So it's understandable why many people will crusade for Alexander Kwame Afenyo Market, because he's resourceful, he has the connection, right? He's a lawyer. He's just transitioning from majority to front bench to minority, right? But then the party will have many other considerations, and we'll leave that to them to decide tomorrow. Because
that would be interesting.
There's a saying that in Cranny, the party is still bleeding from the defeat. There are accusations and counter accusations flying about.
I think as humans, there are so many ways of handling stuff. I know this is a very the manner of the defeat is troubling, it's traumatizing. But sometimes also it makes you accept that there were certain things that you didn't do right. So now you just have to.
It helps with the recovery.
You are able to settle down and reset and say that, oh, okay, we noticed that we were doing A, B, C, D. The result that we've had shows that no, it wasn't it. So now let's start all over again. And if you are humble enough, you can easily go back to basis and start all over again. But if you get to that stage and think that, oh, we have done it before, we are there before, what happened is just people refuse to go out there, and that has been the argument that they have been making. Oh, our people didn't go down there. What made the people not go out to go and vote?
Yeah,
it's the question that you
answer. Yeah, that's equally a political question.
You don't say that if they could go out there and vote, they would have easily done that. But there's a reason why they didn't go and vote, and the fact that they didn't go on the other side, those who might even who went to even go, some of them will even decide not to. We have a lot of rejected ballots and all that. So if they can settle down and think that this defeat, we caused it ourselves, and let's reorganize and move on, I think it will best for them.
Well,
it's gentlemen, like playing football game where Heart lost against Kotogo, that last minute is the most painful defeat you can ever think of. Especially when you can also think about the fact that it is the last kick of the game. I won't be in pain because I've been at 3-0. I know that.
So that's why people should not be in pain. Because the gap is quite huge.
That's what I'm saying. So just go back, accept it, and then come back.
Okay.
As part of the New Year resolutions.
So today you are in court.
Yeah, I'm in court. I'm on my way to court.
So why are they not allowing cameras in the High Court where the judges are scared?
Oh, not really. So it's originally, and then by convention, issues about the judiciary, especially with the court proceedings, are not live. Exactly. It is in recent times that the CJ has made it a convention that when it has to do with some of the highly political or cases of public interest, then let's have everybody look at it. What I do not know is whether they have made any application request for this one to be televised. What I do know is that the Supreme Court one, there was that request, and then it was granted. But
can you make the request, or it has to be a party?
No, the parties will have to make a request. What I know, the only case that has been televised at the High Court, which is historic though, is the issue about the anti-gay, the one by the farmer, Paul Boamasifa, and that one judgment is even in I think February or March. But that one, the outcome of the Supreme Court judgment recently will automatically take care of it.
So as they say, the revolution will not be televised.
Okay, so now do have a wonderful day, and
you too, Mutala.
I'll catch up with you.
Thank you very much.
Sure, that was the year.
Thank you very much.
I have promised to give Anna a wine, so I'm asking her which is.
I said for me, I like sweet wine. Yes.
Which one? Like
red,
strawberry.
Agatha.
So anybody who has a